Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Denver Broncos. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
All right, 180. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Take 4. Take 4.
On first down, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Goff, a quick throw, complete to Cooks. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Come on, QB, come on.
Goff now looking to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. That's good for 28 yards. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down.
Coming to you, coming to you.
On first and goal, Gurley looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Goal. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock. Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by John Johnson. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. It's Lindsay. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a carry for Lindsay. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He completes this to Sutton. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now Gurley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Throwing on first down is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Broncos have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Goff now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
3 yards there to begin the third quarter. They also lead by 3 points.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go, here we go. 360 or. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Another run by Lindsey. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Locke on the bootleg. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
On the double. Check line 54. Line 54. Time to go.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So that'll back him up 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Locked to throw on 2nd down. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Littleton, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Here we go. Here we go. What's that?
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything. But in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping it on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game. A swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed, right?
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They look to throw. It's Lock. Looking sideline, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get there.
Block will try again on 2nd down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Lock to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. And the Rams getting set to go now. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big, big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. And let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a former defensive back, I've got to tip my cap to these guys. They are balling.
I appreciate that. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Goff now looks to throw. He gets it to Cooks. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Goff going to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
an absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.